So today we'll discuss another recent change in the upcoming residency match season 2021. As many of you may be aware that USMLE has suspended the Step 2 CS for 12 to 18 months, and this is as of yesterday, May 26th. So this is a change in a series of changes impacted by COVID-19 and has profound implications for the upcoming residency match season. Now, without getting into the merits and demerits and the history of CS and all that, we just want to focus on the top 10, 12 questions that many of you have asked us. How does it impact the various IMG profiles? What can you do? So on and so forth. So I'll pick the most frequently asked questions that we have gotten, and we'll try to give you our perspective on this impact. So first, what are the implications if you've already taken CS? Well, if you've already taken CS, then congratulations. Your application is complete in all respect, and you are eligible to take step 3 as well once you pass CS and are certified. So that's always good. And in this season, a complete application, everything else being equal, could be the game changer. So yes, this is definitely of an advantage if you've already taken step 2 CS. Another question is, what if you have failed CS, and will your results be blinded as they are submitted to the programs? So we don't know. At this point there is no clarity, but in all likelihood they may not be blinded, and that's an unfortunate aspect to it. If you failed CS and if they don't blind your results to the programs, that could be an issue and a red flag that you definitely will find it hard to overcome, but it can be overcome. Next question, can I take step 3 without CS? And the answer is no. As of right now, ECFMG certification is required for step 3, and FSMB, which is the Federation of State Medical Boards, has yet to release any further information. Although the eligibility period for step 3 has been extended from 3 months to up to 6 months, but as of now you cannot take step 3 without CS. Next question, in past we needed ECFMG certification either before the rank order list deadline or for many programs even at the time of application to be eligible for interviews, application, etc. Now, will this impact my match prospects if I'm not ECFMG certified? So like we discussed, without step 2 CS at this point, you will not be ECFMG certified. They will come up with clarifications. But historically, something which has been true in previous seasons and will be true in this season as well is, if you have a stronger profile, 240 plus, say in both steps, if you're applying to internal medicine or some of those specialties, you should have no issues even without CS. Like we have said many times in these videos, you should be in a good situation. ECFMG certification, of course, is at this point not in the picture. However, in this match, like we said, if you have a complete application and your profile may be not the spectacular profile, but let's say an average or above average profile, you will definitely have an edge, even with a couple of flags. If you have a complete application, that's always going to be a positive. Next question, and a related one, will the programs consider me for interview if I'm not ECFMG certified, and of course if I've not taken CS? So you have to understand that who to interview is the prerogative of the program. So they will look at the profile, and recent graduates, high scorers, even without certification, you will be able to get a good amount of interviews. There shouldn't be any issues. However, you should be aware that each state medical license board has its own set of rules, and programs might prefer a completed full application with ECFMG certification just to avoid the uncertainty and the hassle down the road in a year from now if they select someone who's not ECFMG certified. But that's purely up to the program, and many programs will prefer stronger applications even if they have to go through the uncertainty of the licensure without ECFMG certification, because I think they will all wait for further directions from USMLE, ECFMG, etc. on what to do with the matched applicants who do not have ECFMG certification. Next question, will ECFMG provide me a provisional certificate if I have passed step 1 and CK? And at this point, it is not clear. They haven't come out with anything. We don't think a provisional certification is going to be issued. They may have to tweak the rules if they do it. So no, at this point, at least as of today, they haven't said anything about a provisional certification. Next question, what should be my path now if I have done step 1, if I have CK but I don't have much of USCE, I don't have CS, and obviously then I don't have step 3. Should I focus on home country LORs and those aspects for my match? And absolutely, home country LORs will be very, very important in this season, especially from big, busy hospitals, and especially if you have been dealing with primary care, COVID related issues. Think your home country experience for a change will become very valuable. And if that is the tool you have to play with, do it well. Next question, does the suspension of CS mean they will cancel the exam forever? Again, this has just been suspended for 12 to 18 months. It is unlikely that the exam will be cancelled. There have been obviously suggestions of some supplemental, some replacement exam, but the exam has not been cancelled as yet. So they are looking at some of these substitutes. Next question, and an important one, what are some of the steps that I can take as an IMG now to strengthen my application? So first, of course, is gaining as much of clinical experience as you can, whether you are in the home country or in the US, whether it is through telerotations or full-time work or some on-site USCE as well. So depending on where you are, getting clinical experience is of paramount importance. Second, of course, if you still have to take CK or you're already ECFMG certified, if you have to take step 3, make sure that it counts, make sure to do well. That will always help you. Third, research is going to be a good option, and you can do remote research, you can submit for abstracts, you can submit for poster presentation. Many of the conferences have deadlines in June, and most of these conferences will now be virtual. But this would be the time to focus on some of these aspects, research, poster presentation, that can help you beef up your CV. Volunteering, as always, especially in this day and age around COVID-19, is going to be very, very useful. So look for volunteering opportunities as well. But paramount has to be your clinical experience, especially for those of you who are in your home countries. Clinical experience, make it count. Another question we keep getting is, with so much uncertainty, is it worth applying for the match? Should I really get the token? And the answer is fairly straightforward. If you have taken your step 1 and CK, then absolutely you should go in for the match. Remember that uncertainty can work both ways. Yes, times are uncertain for you, but so is the uncertainty for the programs. Even the programs don't know how to navigate all that. And this uncertainty will be beneficial to a large set of IMGs as well. So work on your profile and go for the match. There are still things you may be able to do, like getting more clinical experience, beefing up your volunteering activities. But there's no point in waiting another year for the match. If you have step 1 and if you are planning to do CK, you should go ahead and apply, and then do the best with the opportunities you get. And then the question we get is, how will program directors react to this suspension of CS? So, a couple of things. One, remember that program directors have always considered CS, especially for IMGs, as a good tool to measure communication skills, especially with the patient, having a grasp of the US healthcare system and language proficiency. So it was a reasonable tool for IMGs. The other impact to the program directors is going to be scheduling impact. So let's say the incoming class of 2021, they will need time off if the CS has to be taken later on. So there are all these scheduling challenges, but nothing for you to worry about for now. What we mean by scheduling challenges is that all the intern class will need some time off to be able to take the CS and so on and so forth. But that's for future. We don't know what will happen. But more importantly, the implications for program directors is, should they risk someone who is not ECFMG certified and then depend on USMLE and ECFMG and all these other bodies to tell them how to go about the licensure requirements, the state requirements as you join the residency, or play it safe with applicants who are already certified, and therefore the path to licensure is easier. Like we said, I think they will take a very measured approach. High scorers, absolutely, those who fit in the program directors are still gonna go for them regardless of the CS. And otherwise, if you do not have a spectacular profile, the program directors are likely to consider the certified applicants on a slightly higher edge. But of course, between May 27th and 21st October or so, there's still a lot of time. You can expect more clarification. This is an ever evolving situation, as you've seen over the past 2 months. And therefore, we don't know how and what will happen in the next 2 months, but we'll keep you posted. And if we have not answered any of your questions, you can always leave a comment, or we are happy to do a Facebook Live session to answer your questions. So as always, good luck for the upcoming match.